Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first intro we've recorded of the Rollin' 420s podcast. I'm Jonah. I'm your host and dungeon master for this 5th edition D&D podcast, our fun little original campaign here. I've got a great group of players with me here today. Passing it to my right over here, we've got...
Hi, I'm Tommund Jerry.
And our wonderful guest for, the 4th episode in a row?
Wendy!
And... last but not least,
Anchorage.
I think it's the 5th episode in a row.
Is it the 5th episode in a row of having you? Wow. Well, welcome to episode 6, everybody. So excited to be here. We are going to have, for the first time, a 4th surprise guest today, which will be revealed later on. With that, I think we're ready to jump into a recap. I feel like I should probably do this one, huh?
Are you sure about that?
I mean, you're really selling me on this, Tom. And do you guys think I should let him do it?
Yes.
All right. Let's hear what happened, Tom. And
starting off in the last episode, we had to make our way across the Titan's Grave.
Yeah,
I believe
that's
was
correct.
Called, which was a massive canyon, and there was a bridge going across, and I heroically laid siege to the bridge, basically single-handedly. Well, not necessarily single-handedly, because Sebastian was there as well.
Sebastian is the giant vulture they tamed, if anyone has forgotten.
But then after we took care of those guards, we then made our way into the Dread Swamp? The Dread Swamp, yes, where we have found all sorts of fun fungal infections. Oh, sorry, those are on my toes. But from there, we made our way to a very lovely cottage in the woods that I believe is now up for Airbnb. Go check out our website. But inside, we found our fun little
Maldread house, full of spiders and rot.
But on top of that, we met a homunculus friend whose name escapes me now. Yuri, the homunculus friend. And I think that I'm about to make a very new friend very soon.
Yes, as we left our intrepid heroes, they are in the attic of this abandoned house that they are hiding from the dead moon in, which is an event that happens about once every 10 years in Dou'Slumba, where this one moon that glows green rises up in the sky and all the bodies get back up. All the dead rise again. In theme with that, you all found a strange patch of cobwebs in the ceiling of the attic, and Tommund, deciding to mess with it after taking a powerful grimoire from the house, was rudely surprised when a corpse dropped out of it. The corpse of what appears to be the old mistress of this house, Nessa Maldread. The dead eyes of the creature stare up at you as small black spiders pour out of its eyes, nose, and mouth as the creature cries out, "Book." And now that we're back into it, I need you all to roll me initiative.
I'm still in the room with you.
Yes, Wendy.
Yeah, we got closed in here by Anchorage.
And Tommund are closed in the room.
And Emilio, just to remind you.
Oh no, Emilio's in here too.
Yes.
Oh dear.
You should roll initiative for Emilio.
All right, will do. Anchorage, you can go ahead and roll me initiative too.
I have a natural 1.
You have a natural 1 for your initiative, Wendy?
I have a 16.
Okay.
I have a 7.
You have a 7. Okay, so the corpse is going to start us off. It lurches forward in this unnatural way. Its arms and legs are all bent and twisted into itself. It looks like it's been wrapped up in that cocoon in the ceiling for ages. It looks like it's barely moved, and as it's trying to right itself, its joints are cracking and popping back into place. Its jaw just hanging by a few strands of flesh, more spiders still tumbling out. It lets out another cry of "Book," and it's just going to vomit spiders all over you, Tommund. I need you to make me an acrobatics saving throw.
Oh, this is going to be so cool. That is an 18.
An 18. You were able to duck and roll out of some of the way, but as the spiders fall out of her mouth and tumble onto the ground, they then just start crawling up you again. And you are going to take half poison damage. That is going to be 15 points of damage.
They can get through my armor?
Oh, yeah. They are sliding in through the chinks in your armor and biting your slightly corporeal form, and you can feel the poison racing through you. That's going to be halved to 8. Sorry.
Oh.
I forgot to half your damage. And that will bring us to the end of this creature's turn and bring us to you, Tom.
Why do we keep finding ourselves in the most flammable battlegrounds? But about where is everyone in relation to me?
I would say Emilio and Wendy are probably about 15 feet back from you as you started to fuck with the giant shaking nest of cobwebs. They both kind of took 2 reasonable big steps back.
Okay.
The corpse is like right next to you, 5 feet.
Okay, then I'm going to thunder step back to where they are.
Oh, shit. So how does that work?
Thunder step works. I teleport anywhere within 90 feet, but I'm going to teleport back to them, and it's going to deal 3d6s, I believe, thunder damage.
Oh my gosh.
To anything within 10 feet of me.
The spell is 3d10 thunder damage,
You
and
can have this one.
the corpse needs to make a Constitution saving throw, which it is not exactly great at.
And so do the spiders, right?
Yes. All of the spiders do. So I'm not even going to bother to save for the spiders.
Okay.
Because half damage will kill them all.
That is a 7 and 2 4s.
7 and 2 4s. So that is a 13 Constitution saving throw. What is your spell save DC?
My spell save DC, yes, 13.
Are you sure? Because I believe it's gone up 1 now, as your proficiency bonus has been raised to 3 now that you're level 5. Oh shoot, we forgot to tell everybody at the beginning of the episode. Hey guys, after the last episode, the party all leveled up, so they are no longer level 4, and they have finally reached that big milestone of level 5. So Tommund, does a 13 succeed?
No, it does not.
Oh, what is your spell save DC?
14.
No way! So that is going to be a fail from the corpse, and I'm not even rolling for the spiders, as this explosion of thunder magic rips through this little part of the corner of the house, and you poof, bam, right in between Emilio and Wendy. Emilio, what's the hell?
What's happening?
Yeah, I've learned a thing or two.
Well, I didn't think that was possible.
I've been in that kind of situation a couple times.
What was the total damage again?
15.
15?
15 damage.
You look back over into the corner. The corpse is unanimated, melted in parts, and just blasted to bits by this shockwave. No longer
though.
moving. Nothing.
My book, then.
My boo.
Is it still talking?
No.
Oh.
No, sorry, that was just me. Something feels a little wrong, though. You were expecting more of a fight. Meanwhile, outside Anchorage, you're holding little Yuri, and you hear from inside the room, boom! And Yuri goes, "Oh my goodness! Oh, Anchorage, we gotta get back in there! They shouldn't have, oh no! Oh dear! They shouldn't have been messing with those cobwebs!"
I want to run back to the room.
You swing the door open. You're like literally right by the door. You open the door and you see all the spiders have been just like blasted against the wall where they've all kind of just smushed. And the corpse has done much the same into this corner where it's just been blasted and just kind of crushed and melted into the corner. Yuri, he like starts waving his arms around his legs and he goes, No! What have you done to the mistress? Oh no!
She should have known I hate spiders.
The mistress didn't like spiders.
Hey, wait a second, though.
They killed
Yuri.
her. What? The spiders. You think she put them in her own mouth? The spiders killed her. They killed my mistress. And now you've desecrated her body. homunculus could cry, there would be tears running down his face. But he's really just being dramatic.
Those spiders that you just killed in one take killed her.
Well, they killed her.
Hey, wait a
asleep.
second, Yuri. You said that.
I mean, oh dear. Yuri's been bad. Yuri's been very bad. Oh, bad Yuri.
And he's gonna like just sit down and he covers his mouth with his little stick-like fingers.
Anchorage, I believe that you have the most knowledge on how to deal with Yuri. You've spent the most time with him. I will leave this to you. I'm going to take my book back downstairs and start reading.
Are we out of combat already?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That was it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go up to Yuri and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, Yuri, what did you mean by the mistress couldn't die? Just that she had spiders in her? But I thought you said that the spiders killed her."
The mistress is dead, but she can't move on. Poor mistress. Just like Yuri, she can't leave. You don't understand.
And then he like pushes the fingers back like across his mouth.
Hey, Yuri, it's okay, man.
He can't
You're
risk
safe here.
anyone knowing. Not
Don't
even the
worry,
dead.
Yuri.
She can't leave either.
Yuri, you can tell me about it, man.
No, Yuri can't. Yuri can't tell you. You wouldn't want Yuri to tell you, even if he did.
Please, Yuri.
You can trust him, Yuri.
All right, make me a persuasion check with advantage since you're helping, Wendy.
21.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yuri seems to calm down a little bit, but he's still very clearly visibly scared, and he kind of like takes the fingers down away from his mouth.
Yuri will tell you, but you have to lean in very close. Yuri can't let the master know that he told you.
I take out Corky's horn, and I put one side up to my ear, and I gesture the other side for him to whisper into.
He like looks back and goes,
Yeah, this should work.
I understand how magic works. And he's gonna start speaking into the horn, and he begins to tell you a story. A story about a very powerful warlock named Nessa Maldread. She was a loner and a necromancer. And one day she used the blood of some of her victims along with the sawdust from a mill, and she created him. And things were good for a while. It was just him and Nessa, and he would cook dinner, he would clean, and the mistress would learn more about magic, and she would converse with the higher power of Booster. Until one day, the old woman had a child come into her life, her grandson. Her daughter had died, and with nowhere else to go, the boy was sent to Nessa Maldread, the old warlock. She, of course, had no idea how to raise a child. She was a loner and a dark magician. And to make things worse, the young Maldread boy was strange. He had dark ambitions. He always begged and begged for his grandmother to teach him magic, to let him speak with Booster, to let him gain this power. But she refused every time, telling them that he wasn't ready and he could only bring destruction. Instead, she taught him to play the piano, and she would have him play every single day, pretty much non-stop, as just to create a backdrop for her work. And the boy started to hate it. He would beg every day to stop playing the piano and take up magic, but she would never let him. Until one day, he took things into his own hands. He used some of her necromantic ingredients and the same spell she used to create Yuri, to create these small black spiders. He let them loose in her bed one night, and they all bit her until she was paralyzed. And they slowly drained all her blood and carried her up into the corner of the room where her body has stayed ever since. But that wasn't the end of the boy. Suddenly, you all hear something from downstairs. Tommund, you hear it first.
Hello?
A single piano note from the room next to you. Next to Tommund.
This is about me.
Next to Tommund. You remember very distinctly that piano had no keys. Yuri immediately stops talking.
Oh, dear. Oh, I think Yuri said too much.
And as if to confirm that, you hear a voice.
Yuri. You've broken our agreement, Yuri. You weren't supposed to tell anyone that.
Yuri starts shaking and he grabs your hand, Anchorage.
He goes, you all have to go right now. You need to go right now.
I want to cast Protect from Evil and Good on Yuri.
Okay.
And then say, let's get out of here, guys. And then
Anchorage,
run out the
have you
door.
ever experienced one of your spells being countered before?
No.
You pray to Agoth, you clutch your holy symbol, and you go to imbue Yuri with this holy protection light, and it just absorbs right into him and vanishes.
Oh, what was that?
Oh, I don't know, but we gotta get out of
You
here.
have no power here, Paladin.
You do, however, hear more piano notes as a song begins to play. Yuri starts to shake. Anchorage, you hear the voice say,
I never liked the way my grandmother made you, Yuri. There was always so much room for improvement.
and Yuri shakes.
No, please.
And his arms, they start to stretch.
I'm going to unmake you now, Yuri. But don't worry. You shall be greater than ever before.
And Yuri's body starts to twist, and the stick-like arms, they snap and bend, and more start to appear. Tentacle-like whipping out as Yuri's body grows. The skin-like covering begins to invert as his eyes fully vanish. His nose pokes upwards into his own skull as his body is inverted and grows, undulating and becoming taller. Its long cylindrical spine stretching out with the skin stretched so tightly to it. Arms that were once small and stick-like are now long and jagged, covered in these red spikes. Its skin is gone, and these 4 tentacles burst out of its back and start writhing around in the air. You hear the voice speak one more time.
Yuri, please clean up after your friends. I have business to attend to.
Now roll initiative.
Me too?
Yes, please.
5.
5 from Anchorage.
9.
Oh no, you guys.
15.
Okay.
Don't forget Amelia.
I actually did roll for Amelia.
Okay, good.
He got a 7.
Where's Sebastian?
Sebastian is downstairs. He's in the same room as you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
It is I, Maldread, and I would like to take a moment to thank Julian Monette for crafting this menacing, dark, new theme for me. It shall strike fear into the hearts of the party for episodes to come. And if you don't all go listen to him on Spotify, I will unmake you.
It's no secret that we've been working with Spectral Craft Dice since the launch of our podcast, and I am so excited to announce that the project we've been working closely with them on for the last couple weeks is finally done. They have just released personalized character dice for the 4 players in the podcast, including Anchorage, Tommund, Eris, and Wendy. Those dice are up on our website right now, rolling420s.com, so if you want to go check them out, I highly recommend it. They all look so cool and fit with the characters so well. And if you're feeling like your character could use some signature dice, I can't recommend anyone higher than Spectralcraft Dice. They'll work with you, and they make incredible, custom, unique bioresin dice. And you can buy your own at spectralcraft.ca. That's their shop. Go check that out right now.
Let's let this battle begin. Wendy, you start us off. Yuri, the once small, 2-foot-tall, homunculus creature, is now grown, at least doubled in size, now about 4 feet tall, hunched over, his neck stretched out, his spine pencil thin, and his arms reaching out long and clawed now, with these whip-like tentacles writhing around on his back that kind of look like giant red worms. But it's your turn, so you can go ahead and do whatever you want.
I can do whatever I want.
Yeah!
Does it, wait, is it in between me and the door?
No.
Does it look aggressive?
Oh, yeah.
I shouldn't.
It is pretty much adjacent to you as well.
I probably shouldn't.
Oh my god, no, it is between you and the door, because Anchorage walked in the door with it, right?
Oh, yeah.
And kind of
You're
set
right.
down Yuri
Yeah.
there, and so you would be... Anchorage, you're closer to the door than to the now unmade Yuri.
You know, I'm just going to do what Wendy tends to do, then gonna slap it real hard with my warhammer.
Okay, Wendy, you extend your hand, and there's a crashing sound as your hammer erupts through the rotting
Didn't I take it
floorboards,
with me? Okay.
and it zips into your hand. Yeah, but this is way cooler.
Yeah, you're right. This is.
And you swing it at the unmade monstrosity.
Let's say 17.
That just barely hits.
Nice.
So, yeah, you can roll damage.
That's 5 damage. Yeah, it's a 1 plus 4.
Wow, okay.
Wait, but I get 2 attacks.
You
on
do
my
get 2
turn.
attacks now that you are a level 5 fighter.
So,
You have your
can
extra
I cast
attack.
Booming Blade for the next hit? Is that how it
I
works?
believe so, yes.
Good. I'm gonna do that. It's a cantrip.
Okay. You reach out and you mutter whatever incantation you have to, and then you swing with your warhammer.
That's a 19.
That hits.
That's 6 damage.
6 damage. And what happens with Booming Blade?
So I hit. So that means that if this creature moves willingly until my next turn, it takes 1d8 of damage.
Okay.
But I can't double check this.
I think that's
Fine.
probably right.
Yeah.
You strike this. Hey, if we're wrong, guys, please feel free to write a review and let us know that we're wrong, because it helps us get the rules right, and it actually really helps us get
I
our
can
podcast
also
out
just
there.
use Anchorage's phone if you want.
Oh, yeah, that's okay. But this way, we'll be wrong and we'll get more engagement from the audience.
Exactly.
Okay, you strike the unmade monstrosity that was Yuri, and you hit it with all your might, and you leave this crackling thunder sheen around the creature after you hit. That is now going to bring us to the creature's turn. Yuri looks up at you, and where you remember his strange, beady, black little eyes being is just completely blank.
If the target moves 5 feet or more.
Okay, the eyes that were once these intelligent, black little beady eyes are completely gone now. It's just almost like a blank skull with a gaping mouth and an upturned nose. The mouth opens to reveal hundreds of rows of sharp teeth and a long tentacle-like tongue that starts lolling out. And it's going to attack you, Wendy, and Anchorage. One of the tentacles on its back whips forward and is going to try and stab you in the chest, Wendy.
Sweet.
That's not a great roll, though. Does a 14 hit your armor class?
No, it does not.
Okay. So this first tentacle, it shoots at you, but your armor is thick and strong, and you have never been more happy about it. The tentacle strikes into it, and there's a heavy impact, but no damage. Next, it's going to make a tentacle attack at Anchorage.
I want to use my protection on him.
Okay, so you
That's disadvantage.
impose disadvantage on the unmade. Oh, you are so lucky you did that. One of them's a 20. That is still going to be a 19 to hit, though, Anchorage.
That just barely hits?
This writhing worm-like tentacle jabs into your chest, and you immediately are going to take a little bit of damage here. You immediately take 9 damage. And I need you to... Oh, no, you don't even get to make a saving throw, as the tentacle lifts you up into the air and you are grappled. It is going to make just one unarmed strike, swinging back at you, Wendy. Oh, actually, no. It's going to vitality drain Anchorage. It turns to you, and it looks directly at you with its blank, no-eyed stare, and it reaches its hand up towards you, Anchorage, and the tentacle brings you in a little bit closer, and then you feel a horrible searing pain as you can feel your vitality being drained straight away into this creature. You need to make me a Constitution saving throw.
That's a natural one.
Holy shit. Anchorage. That'll be 20 damage. As it is doubled by the natural 1 failure. And as it does this, it seems to grow stronger. Okay. That will now bring us to Tommund's turn. Tommund, you hear horrible noises from upstairs, and definitely the sound of fighting.
Are y'all doing okay up there?
The piano music abruptly stops.
Can I like see the top of the door from the stairs, or like is it closed off?
You can like see the top of the door.
Can I see through it?
You can't really see in the room too well, no.
Is there any way I could position myself while still down here to see through the door?
No, you'd have to go like right up to the door, because it's like a staircase up and then it turns to the left.
Okay, I gotcha.
You'd have to go up all the way up the stairs to be able to see like really.
Which is my movement.
Which is your movement.
Is there any way I could go look into the piano? Is the piano room? Is there a door directly accessible from the room I'm in?
Yeah.
So
the piano room is right next to the room you're in.
I just want to go peek in, like peek through the door from like a distance away.
Okay. The piano is completely still. There's still no keys on it.
I guess I'll just Eldritch Blast the piano.
Okay, just for good measure.
Just for good measure.
You fire both your Eldritch Blasts at the piano. Do you pull it towards you 10 feet?
Does it count as a creature?
No.
Because I wanted to originally.
You fire 2 Eldritch Blasts at it, and the piano like kind of collapses in on itself a little bit.
Sorry, I don't know. I thought that wouldn't work. That's honestly, that might be your fault.
Okay. Anything else you want to do, Tommund?
I'm done.
Okay, great. That's gonna bring us to Emilio. With a panicked look on his face, he looks like, I'll go get Tommund. And he like just walks out the door and goes downstairs.
How does he get past the creature?
It just seems to ignore him.
I just No!
Emilio comes downstairs and he goes, Tommund, there's a big scary monster upstairs. Yuri has been transformed into a horrible creature by, I believe, the grandson of the warlock that lived here. But like now, he's probably not a little boy anymore.
Oh.
But anyway, they really need you upstairs.
Sorry, I'm looking at this piano right now.
Yeah, I see that. They really, really need you upstairs.
Okay, I'll go upstairs.
Okay. Which is now going to bring us to Anchorage. We'll say Tommund retroactively used the rest of his movement to go up the stairs.
Sounds
and
right.
So now you see the sight in front of you. It appears Yuri has been unmade into some sort of horrible eldritch abomination.
Well, I'd like to, take a step back and really, look at the situation that I'm in. Probably give out some sort of blood-curdling scream.
Yeah.
Then I think I'm gonna try to escape.
Okay, so you want to just try and, like, break free of the grapple?
I figure if I can reach a dagger or something, I'll stab it into the thing that's holding me.
Okay. So you can either try and attack the tentacle itself, or you can try and just break free with your strength.
I'm gonna try and attack the tentacle myself.
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit.
That's a 13.
A 13. You swing and you hack into the tentacle with your short sword? Or dagger?
Yeah.
Okay, you hack into it, and it is draining your vitality pretty much just as fast as you can chop into it, and the wound is just healing up. 13, unfortunately, does not hit. What's going to happen now is we're going to smash cut outside really quick to where a group of slow zombies is chasing after the one and only Eris Emberwalker.
What's up, guys?
Eris Emberwalker, the druid from the first episode, has returned and is somehow in the Dread Swamp. Eris, you have somehow been caught in just about the worst place in the world during the worst time in the world. That place is the Dread Swamp.
Sounds like my luck.
Yeah, sounds like your luck. That place is the Dread Swamp, and that time is the Dead Moon. A necromantic astrological event that happens about once every 10 years, where the Eldritch Green Moon of Dou'Slumba rises above in the sky, and all the dead corpses under its light rise up again. And they're everywhere in the Dread Swamp, because this is the worst place ever. It's a good thing you are a pyromancer. There's nothing these undead bastards hate more than fire. Mm-hmm. So really, you're just kind of having fun with it, blowing their heads off with firebolt, chuckling a little bit.
Who knew zombies were this much fun?
And while you're really enjoying yourself doing this, you hear a blood-curdling scream echo all across the open plain of the Dread Swamp.
Hold on.
That's Anchorage.
That's Anchorage.
That's your man. And he sounds like
he doesn't sound too good.
Dire peril. You look around to try and determine the direction of the scream, and you set off in that direction at a full sprint. Quickly, you see an old abandoned house come into sight that's all grown up with these vines and plants, and the roof is a little caved in, but there's just a front door. You rush up to it without a second thought. Anchorage could be. Mm-hmm. And you reach this door, and you feel like a very dark evil coming from within this house, and you have a second thought for the first time since you heard that scream. Eris, what do you want to do?
I'm going to hesitate for a moment, and then continue. You open the door just in time to see Tommund, the fully armored hermit that lived just outside Stumphold, go stomping up the stairs. And you're like, what? I know that guy. And you hear the last time I saw you, I was a spider on your back.
Yeah. And then Anchorage flicked you out of the tent. Hey, you'll have to give him a talking to and explain the whole...
I'm only rescuing you just to give you a
explain the
talking to.
insane series of events that were able to get you to the same place the party's at. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Just really, really cannot stress how crazy these series of events are. Do you follow Tommund up the stairs?
I'm going to rush past Tommund if I can.
Well, you are a wood elf, right?
Yes.
So you have 5 extra feet of movement than everybody else. So I'll let you do a dash action. You sprint 70 feet. Tommund, you don't even really realize what's happening. And then suddenly someone's pushing past you and bursting into the room. Eris Emberwalker, you crash into the room. Anchorage, at first you think you're seeing things. Maybe your life is flashing before your eyes. But then Eris Emberwalker rolls initiative, and you know that this can't just be a pain-induced illusion.
11.
Right in the
What have you gotten yourself into?
Yeah, no kidding. Anchorage is suspended a couple feet off the ground with a tentacle jabbed through his chest as this horrible eldritch abomination of a creature is just rasping and breathing through its mouth right on his face, reaching up its hand towards him. And he's just writhing back and forth in pain.
I am staring in horror.
You are staring in horror. That's going to bring us to the top of initiative, which is Wendy.
Hi!
There's also...
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, two new figures in the room that you don't recognize. One of them... Wendy, do you want to go ahead and describe your character for Eris Emberwalker?
Oh, I'd love to!
Just so he knows what he's
Yeah, so
dealing
I'm
with.
Wendy, I'm a dwarf. I have a very long beard and also very long hair. And I'm wearing chainmail, but I believe that underneath my chainmail I'm wearing a dress. It looks a little bit worn. Honestly, I have taken some weight until I first bought it, but doesn't matter. Yeah, besides that, I'm just very muscular.
Hell yeah.
Gigantic.
Yeah.
Just like a wall, basically. But still pretty short.
Yeah, and
You're a
I have a
dwarf.
lot of grace when I walk and move.
Wendy,
Yes,
what else are you doing with your turn besides just talking to
as
him?
I'm stalking and telling him who I am. So I'm just gonna try and hit the, tentacle that's holding Anchorage.
Okay, roll to hit.
That's not very good. That's a 12.
A 12. It's not enough. You slam into the tentacle, and with the force of the hammer, you bring it all the way to the ground. And you, smash with the tentacle under your hammer. You smash through the rotten floorboards in the ground, but you pull back, and it has not crushed the tentacle. It was not enough to get through it.
Okay, I'm just gonna try it again.
Okay, well, you do have extra attack, so go ahead and make another
also
swing.
cast Booming Blade.
Booming Blade is already up, right?
Well, but only one turn.
Only one turn. Oh, it only lasts... Yeah, you could Booming Blade again.
I
then.
think I always have to do it again. That's a lot better. That's 23.
Oh, that most definitely hits.
Hell yeah.
Are you wielding your Warhammer one-handed or two-handed?
Well, given the fact that I have a shield in the other one.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Oh, I have 3 hands. I don't know.
Not yet. That's level 8.
So that's 6 damage.
It does not crush through the tentacle. You see the damage goes through, but it's not enough to break through the entire tentacle. It's rather sturdy.
Does it do anything to the tentacle?
It does damage to it, but it's not enough to take down the tentacle's health.
I tried, Anchorage. I tried.
You can action surge if you want to take your turn again.
I know, but I only can.
You can only do that once per short rest. Yeah.
I'm not going to do that right now.
Okay. That is going to bring us to the unmade Yuri. As he scrambles about, you see his body is still undergoing changes. His legs have fused together, and more tentacles are just sprouting out around them, creating this almost skirt-like stump of a leg that is just writhing tentacles spewing out the sides. Yuri is going to once again vitality drain Anchorage. So Anchorage, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw. And he is going to try again with his other tentacle at you, Wendy. That is a 25 to hit. Yeah,
It's an 11 save.
An 11. Oh my god, an 11 does save. That is exactly the number you needed. So you're going to take half damage, which is 3. This is not near as devastating as the first hit from this creature, but you still see that it is gaining back a few hit points.
How much do I take?
Okay, so the tentacle, it is able to find a chink in your chainmail, and it stabs into you, and you take an initial 6 damage. And you are grappled. Mm-hmm.
Just like that?
Just like that. You can try and break out on your turn. That will bring us to Eris Emberwalker.
Also, Tommund, please get up here. I am going to go ahead and use one of my spells, which is Flame Blade.
Oh.
And I'm going to attempt to hack this tentacle to at least get Anchorage free.
Okay. You mutter some words and you draw your hand in a line in front of your fist, and a flaming saber appears there out of the air, glowing with these green flames. And you want to take a swing at him?
Yes.
All right, roll the hit.
That's a 24.
Oh, that most definitely hits. So go ahead and roll damage.
7.
You bring the flaming blade down right across the tentacle, and it leaves a burning scorch mark, and at first you don't think it's going to be enough, but with the damage that Wendy was already able to deal with this tentacle, it shrivels and just burns completely, and Anchorage is dropped to the ground.
I catch him in my arms and then drag him away.
And you pull him back away from this creature. It is going to get an opportunity attack on you.
That's fair.
Hissing as you burn away one of its tentacles, one of the other 3 on its back shoots forward and is going to try and impale you. Oh, that is a 20 to hit. Modded, not natural. Yeah?
Yup.
Okay. Oh, shit. That's 10 damage.
Yup.
As it jabs into you and you are grappled. That's going to bring us to Tommund then. Tommund, you are standing just by the door, and Eris Emberwalker has just appeared out of nowhere, saved Anchorage, and then gotten stabbed himself.
How far is everyone from Yuri?
From Yuri, well, both Wendy and Eris are basically attached to it. They're about 5 feet away from him. Anchorage has been dragged about 10 feet away from him.
Are they on like opposite sides of each other?
They're on opposite sides of each other.
Could I make my way across the room to Wendy, or would that count as my action?
Yeah, you can do that.
Would that count as my action?
No, that's just movement.
Okay, I'll make my way across the room to Wendy, and then I will thunder step us back to the stairs.
Oh, can you bring a person with you?
I can bring a one willing person who is my size.
Oh, that's smart. All right.
I'm so willing.
Yeah, you're so willing. Oh, shit, that's terrible. 7?
Nope.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage then.
That is 11.
11 total?
Yes.
Okay, then you and Wendy vanish in a snap and a clap of thunder, and there's an explosion striking Yuri, and the two of you, bamf, and appear just at the top of the stairs.
Whoa,
Yuri
impressive.
seems baffled on what's happened. He's looking around confused, his tongue lolling far out of his mouth, letting out this just...
Did I like rip off his tentacle?
I would say in the teleportation, the tentacle was severed.
It was grappling me.
It was grappling you. So part of it just like falls to the ground next to you and like writhes around for a second and then like lies still. So that is going to bring us to Anchorage. You've just been pulled away from the unmade Yuri, and you're being you were held for just 1 second by Eris until a tentacle shot forward and pulled Eris away.
I'm gonna cure wounds on myself.
Good call.
7.
7. All right, you regain 7 hit points. Andrew.
I want to run.
Yeah. Okay. You turn and okay. So Eris is still like attached to this creature.
I want to pull Eris off.
Okay, make me an athletics check.
That's a 5.
5. You pull and you pull, but this unnatural strength.
Ow!
Unmade monster. It's not enough. You can stop pulling and still use your 30 feet to run if you'd like.
Just sacrifice him again.
No, I'm gonna stay.
Okay. That is going to bring us back around to Wendy's turn then.
Oh wow, I'm very amazed as of what just happened.
Tommund just saved your ass.
Thanks, man. I'd like to do that again, maybe in a more peaceful moment. It was fun.
Please don't let it do that again.
Oh, well then not. Well, frick. just appeared seems to also be in grave danger. Would you be mad at me if I just ran back to the creature trying to help him?
I can't get you again, but it's your life. Live it.
Thanks, man.
So you want to try and go pull Eris away?
I mean, you should, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
All right, make me an athletics check.
Yeah.
You got this, Wendy. You still have to start your own fast food chain.
I might actually get this. That's a 22.
That is absolutely enough. You
Thank you, big
lock
beefy
up
Wendy.
your giant arms around both Anchorage and Eris, and you just go, and you lock in, and you pull, and the tentacle, it snaps under the pressure, and the three of you go tumbling back towards the door. The unmade Yuri screams out in pain. You still have 15 feet of your movement if you want to start running down the stairs.
Can I keep them in my arms while I'm running?
No, most you did get a 22.
Did.
Sure.
Yes.
You just scoop them up like little babies in your arm, and you're just like, oh, look out, oh, coming through, and you just really quickly hop down the stairs.
Tommund, would you follow us?
Emilio is just coming. He's like, oh, are we running away now? I was just coming to help with the fighting.
You are so useless.
Just let us run away. We can. Okay. And he rushes into the other room and he starts reattaching the ponies to the wagon.
Useful thing.
Yeah, you're welcome. Hey, that's gonna forgo his next turn though.
Oh yeah.
Just so you know. It is now Yuri's turn. You hear this blood-curdling howl / gargling noise come from the creature as you all start to escape it. Its only purpose in life is to stop you from escaping this house, and it immediately starts chasing after you. It's surprisingly very fast. The skirt of tentacles is able to move it at an unnatural pace, and it uses its arms to pull itself along even quicker. And it reaches the door in no time, and it is going to start laying into you, Tommund. First swinging with both its fists.
Fisticuffs, let's go.
Does a 15 hit, Tommund?
Nope.
Does a 16 hit?
I don't believe so, no.
Ugh. Both fisticuffs swing.
I stick out my pecs and just take them.
And you just take them right on the plate mail.
Ha ha!
The fists with the inverted skin leave just streaks of blood on your armor. It is now going to try and attack you with its tentacles. Okay, so one of them is an 11, which I believe does not hit.
No, it does not.
The other is a 25, which I believe does hit.
Can I roll persuasion for you that it does
Nope. That is going to be 8 damage of piercing as it sinks its tentacle into you, and it starts moving up slowly towards you to vitality drain you next turn. Which will then bring us to Eris Emberwalker.
Alright. Now seeing that Tommund is in danger, I may turn around while everyone else is running to attempt an attack to at least sever him free.
Okay, do you want to try and pull him free, or are you doing a spell? Or do you use your flame blade
Let
again?
him run away.
I'll try to do the flame blade again.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you rush back up the stairs to where the thing is attacking Tommund, and you swing with your flame blade. Go ahead and roll the hit. Oh, that ooh scares me.
No, that's a good ooh.
Yeah, good for you, maybe. Math.
That's a 26.
This episode brought to you by Quick Math.
Yeah.
26?
Yes.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Well, that absolutely
Spell
hits.
attack, right?
Yeah, it is spell attack.
Yeah.
That absolutely hits. You bring the flame blade down and slash it across the tentacle and across the creature's chest. Go ahead and roll 3d6 damage. First.
That'd be 6.
6 total?
Yeah.
Oh god. You poor bastard. It's not enough. It's not enough.
Yeah.
You swing and you slash through the tentacle, and it's not.
These damn tentacles.
But you are going to deal 6 damage. That's pretty good.
Can we burn this house to the ground yet?
I mean, you've got basically a lightsaber. You could start.
Yeah.
That is the end of your turn, Eris?
Yeah.
Okay, Tommund, you are grappled by this creature, but Eris has rushed back up to your aid.
So we still can't burn the house down.
I mean, you're leaving.
I say we...
Where are we going? Aren't there zombies?
Better than this thing.
I can light them all on fire!
I mean, if we're leaving, I'll just fire breath him.
Okay. You, like, struggle up to your helmet and you, like, pull it open a little bit, and the glowing in the smoke starts, and then flames spew out of the smoky helmet. So that's a dexterity saving throw, right?
Yes.
You
For half.
and him are grappled, so he gets disadvantage. -1. That is an awesome high number of 12.
3 plus 8 is 11.
So that is going to be exactly a success. So you deal half damage.
What's half of 1?
Just 1. You blow fire at this thing, and it's just like a little tiny puff. And it just like, you just like spit the little bit of flames in his face. It's just like a kind of act of a defiance thing, like where you spit blood in somebody's face when they're about to kill you. It's like he's got you stabbed with the tentacle, and you like open your helmet and you just spit a tiny bit of fire in his face. It does a little damage. Anchorage, your turn.
Anchorage is gonna run up just in sight of Eris and Tommund and bless them.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, never mind. He's not gonna do that because he doesn't have any spell slots.
Oh, that's not good.
He's gonna help Amelia with the wagon.
Anchorage, you run downstairs and you begin helping hook up the other 2 horses. So the wagon's ready to go now. That will bring us back around to you, Wendy.
I'm gonna cast magic missile.
Okay.
And can I direct it at like the tentacle that's
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Eris?
Magic or holding Tommund.
Thomas.
Eris is free. Eris is free.
I was being
Yeah,
grappled.
right. No, it's okay. It's
sorry.
okay. Lots of people are being grappled
Yeah.
this time. Okay, yeah. Because magic missile has pinpoint accuracy. So yeah, you can direct them all at the tentacle. Okay.
Is this where just for damage?
Yeah, so roll 3d4s plus 3 if you're casting it at first level. Okay.
That's 2.
So
That's 6. And that's 10.
10. That is enough. The tentacle, it just explodes. Bits of flesh just stick to the walls all around you.
I got you this time!
Little
That
bits
was
of
my dragon fire.
Oh, whoa, your dragon fire is really strong. And that is 10 extra damage. That's pretty good. And the tentacle is no longer attached.
That movement?
Uh-huh.
Can I run towards the wagon?
Yeah. You can you run down to where the wagon is. You see Anchorage and Emilio. They're like quickly like attaching the horses and getting things ready. Sebastian is looking around a little confused, like, wait, what's going on, guys? Tommund got me really stoned before he went upstairs, and I have no idea what happened since then.
You're good, buddy. Just enjoy it.
That is so the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. It is now back to Yuri. Eris and Tommund, you are both still within his range. So he's going to make a tentacle attack at each of you.
Okay.
Oh, wait. No. Oh, my God. He's only got 1 left. I think you guys have destroyed 3.
Yes.
Okay, so he only has 1 left. Okay. So he's going to make it at Tommund.
Go for it.
That is a 16.
Deflected.
Deflected. The tentacle shoots out at you, and it just smashes against your armor and you push back a little bit, but it does not puncture through. You give him a little smile. It smiles right back and it just leaps forward and is going to try and punch you twice. Oh, god damn it. Okay, well, one of them's a 9.
Nope.
The other is a 19.
That one hits.
That one hits. Okay. Wow, his armored strikes suck such balls. That's 7 damage. Almost max, by the way. As he punches you. And the other punch just like rings off of your plate armor, and you feel his like fleshy hand like compress and crunch a little bit. That is going to bring us back to Eris.
Can I burn this place to the ground now? Or at least to try to start?
I mean, that he's flameproof.
Yeah.
He's completely fireproof, and he's the only one left up there.
Just
Okay.
take it. Just cinders.
Yeah, I'm gonna just start running around with the flame blade and start
Oh, and just start like slashing
lighting. Yeah,
the
slashing
like
everything.
rotten wood.
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe specifically the stair. As well as Tommund still on the staircase, or would he be?
He's at the top of the staircase.
I can take fall damage.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start hacking away at this.
Okay.
I'm gonna go start.
So you start,
Everywhere
so
else.
Are you like heading just like down the stairs, just slashing things with your flame blade?
Yes.
Okay. You start running down the stairs, just slashing the walls and the boards beneath you with the flame blade. Every time you do, a small outcropping line of flame springs up and starts to spread. You run down and you get to about where the carriage is, where everybody but Tommund is like.
Tommund, let's go!
Anchorage, you want to do anything with your turn besides just getting the carriage ready?
I want to prepare an arrow for if I see Yuri come in.
Okay. Sorry. Right after Anchorage readies his arrow, you can go ahead and take your turn.
Well, there's only so many things a guy can do in this situation, right? He's gonna get an opportunity attack if I try to run.
Mm-hmm. Eris, he didn't get an opportunity attack on Eris because you were standing in between him and Eris. There's nobody to stand in between you and him now.
I will fire off 2 Eldritch Blasts at him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to hit. Natural 1 over there, Tommund?
Perhaps.
Okay, so you fire off your Eldritch Blast and you like kind of do like a finger gun at it. And you point it and it just like pops and explodes in your face. And you're gonna take 4 force damage as the spell misfires. But you can still shoot your other one.
I will die if I run away.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Running a little low on hit points over there, Tommund.
I'm gonna have to. Turn
Okay,
around.
I'll shoot at him with my other one. Then.
Okay, roll to hit.
That is a.
If only you had the pushing ability for Eldritch Blast, you could push him back 10 feet and not take opportunity attack.
Only you have that.
If only you have that.
Only I hadn't been talked out of it. Daggone it.
Instead, you got the one that pulls them towards you 10 feet. Real helpful.
I will.
You want to bring him closer?
So spell attack adds to this roll. Correct.
Yes.
Okay, then that's a 20.
That hits.
Yep. Okay, and then that is. So that's a 9 plus 3.
3, so 12 damage.
12
oh my
damage.
gosh, that's really good. This second blast strikes him square in the chest, and the force and Eldritch energy it rips a hole right through him. He's enraged. You still have your movement if you want to try and run. He could miss.
Oh no. Okay.
I mean, you end your turn here. He's just going to get to take his
Yeah.
full turn on the next turn.
I'll run.
Okay. You turn and you begin to run down the stairs. and he gets an opportunity attack on you with his tentacle. I'll roll this front and center just so y'all can see. There's a 25.
Oh no!
Well, what's the damage?
The damage right off the bat is going to be 4.
No.
I'm dead.
Okay. As Yuri, you turn and you try and run, and the tentacle just shoots right through your back and pops out the front of your chest. You see the little protrusion sticking out of your chest, squirming around like a red worm erupting from your chest. And you're like, oh, what happened? And you black out, Tommund. You are now unconscious. So you all are waiting down at the carriage for Tommund to come down, and there's these flames burning, licking along the staircase, and you're waiting for Tommund to come down. You hear the sounds of his armor running down the stairs, and then silence, and then as slowly the form of Yuri comes from around the corner, Tommund held aloft, hovering with a tentacle stabbed straight through his chest, still attached to Yuri, just hovering above, like right next to Yuri's head. And Tommund's feet are just dangling a few inches off the ground.
Oh, Tommund!
And Tommund is completely limp.
Oh, no.
And Yuri lets out a horrible hiss and a choking noise as he falls over and begins to retch and vomit, and more tentacles spew out of his mouth. 3 more waving around like giant tongues, and 2 of them are going to zip towards the carriage and try and pull 2 of you off. Going for Wendy and Eris. Anchorage, you get to take your bow shot now as the creature comes into sight. And I will count this as a surprise. Since it's like as soon as he comes around the corner, you just fire straight into his head. And he has taken a little bit of fire damage from the burning staircase. That's a good bit of fire damage. Would you roll, Anchorage? Oh no, he's real quiet up there.
It's a natural one.
No. Anchorage, you pull back on your string and pring, the string breaks.
No.
As soon as the attacks go off, you can take your turn, Wendy. Because as it just like comes around the corner, you didn't have any chance to attack it. You didn't have like a readied attack or anything. So it's just getting to swing. Oh my god. Okay, so one of them's a natural 20. Yeah, no reaction to this. The only reason Anchorage was able to do a reaction attack is because he readied it. Okay, so Wendy, on you, that's a natural 20. And Eris, on you, that's a 10.
Okay. 10 does not.
Okay, so one of the tentacles, it like reaches for you, Eris, but you duck and roll out of the way. Wendy, you look over to try and like protect Eris, and a tentacle just jabs into you. You are going to take some damage. Not too bad. Oh, that's abysmal. Oh my god. Okay, that's 3 plus 4, 7. On a natural 20. Damn. Okay. But you are grappled. And it starts to pull you off the wagon towards it. Luckily for you, it's just bringing you into melee range with it.
That's a good thing for it to be doing.
Which is in perfect time, so you can go ahead and take your turn now, Wendy.
Okay. I'm going to freaking summon my hammer.
Okay.
How is it grappling me?
It's wrapped a tentacle like all the way around your waist, and it's just squeezing and pulling you towards it.
Okay, but both of my hands are free?
Both of your hands are
Can I
free.
then do this as a 2?
Yes, you can. You summon the warhammer into both your hands. It zips into your grasp just as you close into the two-handed formation, and you just bring it down. Okay, go ahead and roll the hit.
That's a 17.
That hits.
So how much damage is this?
So that's a D10.
7.
7. You bring the hammer down and you slam it into Yuri's head. It leaves a large dent, but the creature is still snarling at you.
And now I'm gonna
It's 3
do it
tentacle-like tongues just all erupting from its mouth.
Disgusting.
Right? Okay, you have an extra attack?
Yes.
Go ahead and roll to hit it again.
Yes. That's another 17.
That also hits.
That's 8 damage.
8 damage. Oh, wow. That's starting to stack up.
And now I would like to action surge.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. You bring the hammer down and you smash into its head, and you see that's not enough. So you bring it down again. It starts, like, gurgling. This little bits of blood are spewing out of the dent you've made. And you just keep going. Swing again.
That's a 9.
A 9. This one is not able to hit, but you still get your extra attack as well.
Yeah, good. That's an 18.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
That's another 7 damage.
Wendy, how do you want to do this?
Yes! Oh my god. Just as I did the ones before, I don't have time to
Okay.
think about, my grace.
Yeah, there's no grace involved in this. You are screaming bloody murder as this thing tries to pull you into its mouth with its tentacle-like tongue. You just bring the hammer down on its head over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Until you feel the tentacle slack around your waist, and you like look down at the creature who've completely pulverized it.
Yeehaw, boys!
At this point you hear as the staircase bursts into full flame now, and the flames start licking up towards the corpse of Yuri.
Okay, are we out of combat?
Yes, you are out of
Can
combat.
I grab Tommund?
Yeah, you can pick up Tommund.
Can
You
I
are
pick
strong
him
enough.
up?
You
Okay.
are just about the only person strong enough to pick up
Okay.
Tommund.
I want to lay on hands, Tommund.
No, wait, we first run out of this house. It's burning down.
Wendy, you scoop up Tommund where he fell, like literally right next to you, and you rush over to the carriage and you jump up in there. You can do lay on hands once
Yeah.
he's in the carriage if you'd like, Anchorage.
Yeah.
How many points?
10.
10. Tommund, you breathe air into your lungs and you regain 10 hit points. Wow, you guys made it through that combat.
We live.
But the house is burning.
Yeah.
The horses, they shake a little bit. They're very spooked. They want to move. Who's steering?
Oh, let me steer.
Okay, Wendy, you hop into the front and you yeehaw, click the reins, and the horses begin to run out of the burning building.
Come on, Sebastian!
Sebastian exits out of the hole right behind you and quickly takes off into the air, soaring up above you as the carriage sets off from the Maldread house as it burns. As you continue further away, it's just left as a small glowing orange speck in the distance with the green Eldrick's moon hovering in the air above it. There are corpses galore wandering the fields out here. And as you burst out of this house, you draw a lot of attention to yourself. The Cyclops with the spear in his eye that's been wandering around since he saw you earlier, he goes, Oh, there you went! But the horses are much faster than any of these undead creatures. Once you become undead, you are very, very slow. And you're able to just dust them. Do you want to just keep running on the carriage?
Honestly, that's what we should be doing, I think.
Okay.
Can we, retake the same way that we were going?
Yeah.
Initially?
You regain onto the same path with a little assistance from Sebastian in the air, and you continue along the path that you were taking earlier. You pass many zombies along the way, groaning and moaning, but they really aren't much of a problem for the Stoutland tree stompers. They just run right over them if they really get that much of the way.
Anchorage is going to take a meditation.
Okay. And you all ride through the night, hardly even wanting to talk about everything you just witnessed.
Yeah, I'm just going to whimper the entire time.
I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone but Wendy, are you guys sleeping?
Yeah, resting.
Okay.
Fine.
Wendy, you keep up watch.
And Emilio, I believe.
Oh yeah, and Emilio. The two of you sit out there, pretty much in total silence the whole night as you watch the green dead moon eventually disappear behind the horizon. Your friends still sleep for a few more hours, and before they awake with their long rest, the sun has risen high into the sky. Wendy, around the time the dead moon sets, Eris comes up and pats you on the shoulder. It's like, hey, go to bed.
So nice.
Wendy, exhaustedly, you pull yourself into the back of the carriage where you find a comfortable spot of floor and lay down.
What's up, Emilio? Nice to meet you.
Hello, I'm Emilio.
Eris.
Eris. So, you really came in clutch there? As they say, I believe, came in clutch. We really appreciate you. I've heard about you much from Anchorage. He talks very fondly of you. And you are just as beautiful as he described.
Wow, thank you. I'm just glad I heard Anchorage scream when I did.
Me too. I believe if you had not arrived when you did, we would not be speaking right now.
I'm just glad that monster is behind us burning at the moment.
And not still alive.
Yes.
Tracking us down.
Yeah, dead and burning.
I can't help but think that we let an even worse monster escape that house, though. That voice, you weren't in there yet. It was horrible. It spoke, and Yuri's body collapsed and started changing. He didn't look like that.
He didn't?
Before. No, he was a small, cute little homunculus, maybe 2 feet tall, harmless as you can believe.
That's a lot different than what I saw.
This voice, it said that it would unmake him. And then he began to change. It was horrible. And he shivers, even though the cold of the night has long passed.
I feel like we all need to have a discussion about what we need to do.
I think you're right.
Yes.
Let's let them rest.
Yes.
We'll say all of you long rest. In some of you, Anchorage and Tommund, we'll say you sleep a little longer than 8 hours because you were just so exhausted from that fight, and so we have the convenience of you waking up at the same time as Wendy. All of you kind of wake up groggily. Eris, you have been steering the cart. You're a druid. You have absolutely no problem communicating with these tree-stomping ponies.
Yes.
You can even turn into them now that you've seen them.
Hell yeah.
After I wake up, I want to do one thing.
Yeah.
Because I forgot about it. I still have the logbook, right?
You do still have the logbook.
I would like... What was the name on this book?
Nessa Maldread was the name on the grimoire.
No. On the logbook, where they were like...
Oh, yes. It's so who the logbook has to be presented to.
To Moraz.
Okay, thanks.
Moraz.
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 To Moraz, not to Moraz.
Not to Moraz. The logbook is to be delivered to Moraz. Okay. Just making sure.
Moraz.
All of you kind of gather together a little bit, and Emilio goes, I will take the reins for a moment. It looks like you all should have a conversation.
Okay.
And he'll step up to the front of the carriage and take the reins over from you, Eris.
I feel like we need to have a discussion the way we left things off the last time I saw you, Anchorage.
Yeah, what the heck, dude? Where'd you go? We were breaking into the camp and then you just disappeared.
Do you remember how I can transform into creatures?
Yeah, like little animals and stuff, right?
Yeah. Do you recall any creatures you came across in that camp?
No, not little animals.
Maybe specifically ones you felt the urge to flick?
Oh, well, there was a spider.
There was a spider, yeah.
Yeah.
Did it look familiar?
Oh, was that you?
Yeah, that was me. After you flicked me out of that tent, I have gone through hell.
Spider hell?
Yeah. And you're lucky I came back to save your ass. You now owe me.
That is just one of many Anchorage owes you at this point.
Yes.
So what did happen to you after I flicked you out the door?
I got kidnapped by a very scary guy, all right? And even though it was easy to escape from him, it was a huge inconvenience.
Okay, I see where the mistranslation was there. The blackguard is not a black guard.
Oh, okay.
It is, in fact, an order of
I see now.
armored knights that work for King Goth and have been kidnapping magical creatures.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
wow.
thought he meant just like a black dude?
No, I thought he meant just a scary big guy who's dressed in all black or something.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah.
Did I at least learn any information about Goth while I was in prison?
You did not learn anything about King Goth while you were there, except that it's gonna be his birthday pretty much any day now when he will turn 16.
Okay.
And that's why you were captured. They kept telling you were going to be, you were selected for a demonstration on the king's 16th birthday. That didn't sound super great for you, though.
Yeah, no.
So,
I'm gonna dip.
chance you got when things were a little dark and nobody was really watching you, you were able to transform into a spider again and crawl through the bars and disappear into the Dread Swamp.
Yes.
Where you've kind of just been making do for a while. Because you're a badass. And until you ran into Anchorage again.
Yes.
I mean, we can also have, like, maybe a different discussion at this point. You know, maybe let's... I mean, awesome to meet you, but maybe let's put those, like, personal issues aside and, like, concentrate on something a little bit more important.
Exactly. I would like to run Arcana check on my grimoire.
Oh, wow, you are alive.
Oh, God. Arcana check. Okay, sure. Yeah, go ahead and roll your Arcana check on the grimoire.
Last time I saw you, I had to carry you like a baby.
Last time I saw you, I saved you from a tentacle.
Right, and then I did the same to you. Twice.
Appreciation's mutual.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you start talking about an important conversation there, Wendy, and Tommund immediately pulls out a book and starts reading it.
18.
Reading it really well. What are you looking for particularly, Tommund?
I want to understand the nature of its contents as a whole.
The nature of its contents as a whole? Okay. Well, it's quite similar to your own grimoire. It's full of research notes, arcane writings, lots of runes, many that you really don't recognize. It also has directions for spells, components, all sorts of things like that. You additionally see a few notes on piano music. And the recipe to create a homunculus.
Ooh. Are there any references to Booster?
Yes, many references to Booster. It is full of references to Booster. It looks like she was talking to him pretty much every day.
Does this look like... Is the, I guess, information that... Or, like, are there interactions with Booster, anything that I would understand as being within the nature of the Booster that I know?
It's different. It's very different from the relationship you have with Booster, where when you really need him, he does appear, and he is a helpful patron, especially compared to other Warlock patrons that you've heard of. But the relationship he had with this Nessa Maldread was almost loving.
I'm gonna, like, close the book for a second. Ew! And I'm gonna open it back up.
Yeah, you keep reading. It's like good smut. You can't stop. Just kidding. It's not like,
Just kidding.
There's nothing like overtly romantic in there. Like, yeah, and then me and Booster banged, and it was awesome.
Okay. But what's the recipe for how to make a homunculus?
Measurement of sawdust, human blood, and then a special incantation.
Let's make our own Yuri.
Do I recognize the incantation at all?
It's 3rd level. You've never seen it before, but you could pull it off.
If this Yuri transformed into whatever the hell I just saw...
Yeah, that was what I just thought. Like, last time I saw a creature like this one, it became very, very dangerous very, very quickly.
Do any of you happen to have any human blood on or in you?
Yeah.
Oh!
And the blood of the human that you put into it is whoever it's going to be loyal to.
Has to be human blood.
No, it can be like a humanoid blood. But it can't be like an animal's blood or anything like that.
I'm also half human, but I don't want a little thing running after me.
You don't want your own little Yuri. No. But Dragonborn blood would do it.
Okay.
If you wanted to use your own. But it's not a short process. It takes a little more than a day.
It takes more than a day. Okay. We're just in the cart again, traveling. We have how many more days of travel in the swamp?
Okay, so you are on the 6th day of travel right now. 1 day left in the Dread Swamp.
I'm gonna get started making the homunculus.
Are we sure about this?
No, not at all.
Should we all contribute a small amount of blood so that it's all a little loyal to all of us?
Did I invite you to this timeshare? No. This isn't like last time.
You know, Tommund, you're sounding more and more like Corky.
Yeah.
Sebastian leans his head over the side of the carriage. I gave him 50% of the leadership role, remember? You at least have to include his blood. 50%.
You're right.
He saved my life.
You're right.
What are you guys talking about?
But we are two very different creatures. I don't even know if our hemoglobins would match up properly for this experiment.
You're right. We should probably both take a synchronized pig's blood head bath prior to...
I have 2, 3... Oh, right! Wait, we've been building to this!
The setup is insane!
We have to synchronize your hemoglobins,
We need
man.
pig's blood, guys. Does anybody have pig's blood?
Do your other D&D podcasts have callbacks this deep and stupid? I didn't think so!
Okay, but if not, I guess I'll have to make
Guess
2
you'll
at
have
a
to make
time.
2.
Because I have 2 3-level slots.
So if you want sawdust, you don't have that.
Can I try with anything else, like iron filings that I can get from the metal?
Yeah, it doesn't work. You even like cut yourself while filing the iron, and you're like, "Oh my god, is it gonna work now? I put human blood on it." No, it still doesn't work.
Tommund, what are you
Can
doing?
I see what language it's in?
What the
incantation?
The incantation? Yeah, I mean, it's a mix of Elven and Dwarven.
Okay, I speak Elven, so I can probably get some of it.
Yeah, you can piece together about half of it. But there's a lot of Dwarven runes in there that you don't even know what they mean.
Are there any parts of it that mention wood or sawdust or anything like that?
Yeah, I'd say the ingredients are definitely in Elven.
Tommund, I don't know if this will work, but...
Well, actually, no, the ingredients would be in common. Sorry.
I don't know if this would work, but try in the incantation, instead of saying sawdust, say metal filings. And see if that works.
Okay. It doesn't.
But if I use the powers of persuasion...
You guys do have all the wood that you're supposed to feed to the horses.
No, we can't.
Yeah, that's a bad
We
idea.
could feed it to the horses.
I know, we need to feed the horses. I would argue that they have, I would argue this is like a 33-33-33 split in leadership. Because the horses...
Are honestly carrying.
They are carrying.
They're literally carrying.
Quite literally.
So how about we just don't create a weird little
Hold on,
creature?
no, we can't do that. Because then we'd have to put their blood into the homunculus too.
Yeah.
You
know what? I think we should just stop.
Wait, if we did that, would we have to hang up all the horses in the pig's blood or just one?
Oh my god!
I think just the leader.
Just the leader of the horses.
Oh wait, so did they split up the 33% amongst themselves?
They get 11.1% each. Oh wait, no, there's 4 of them. Okay, anyway, you're not doing this. So moving on, you guys travel through the day, and you begin to pass through the Dread Swamp. By the end of the 6th day, the dark vines and strange sappy trees have all disappeared behind you, and the horses are once again walking on solid ground. Little patches of grass growing here and there. It's a little rocky, but as you continue, it keeps getting greener.
I'm gonna jump off for a second, like roll around in the grass, then like run and catch up and like get back in the water.
Okay, yeah, it's understandable. Sebastian stretches his wings and starts drying himself in the sun.
Oh, Emilio, it's time for the poncho.
Anchorage, can I get the poncho and sombrero back?
Yeah. Here
Thank
you
you.
go.
He puts the sombrero and poncho back on, protect him from the sun. And you guys ride through the rest of the day. Do you want to try and find a place to camp for the night?
Preferably with trees around.
Okay, make me a survival check.
I'll look.
You survive
I
for
can
all
do
of
that.
us.
I think I'm gonna look for a
Anchorage.
place for trees around.
Yeah.
I will also look.
Yeah, we
Okay,
can all
then
look with him.
With an advantage, Anchorage. As everybody helps out by shouting helpful information.
Yeah.
Like, I spy something green and tall.
Yeah, open your eyes
That's a
to look.
24.
24?
Nice.
Yeah, you guys continue a little bit into the night, but you are able to find a large patch of pine trees. Shelters you really nicely. You can just like go in down there. Everything's covered with a nice soft bed of pine needles as well, which is nice.
I wonder if we ground up these pine needles, if we could make a homunculus with
Oh
that.
my gosh.
Is there any fruit in the trees?
Make me a survival check.
Pine trees might have
Pine fruit.
fruit.
That is a 15.
Nah, no fruit in these trees.
No fruit.
All right, let's.
We should harvest some of this wood.
Yeah, but let's also just let the horses eat a little bit.
Yeah, do you guys unhook the horses?
Can I just steer the wagon so they can reach?
No,
the
let's
tree?
let them hook up so they can
But
sleep
that's
proper.
alright.
You
We can,
unhook
like,
the
tether
4
them.
horses. They're not going anywhere. They just kind of wander around to the different trees, and they really can like stand up and like really reach up to the higher branches, and they're munching them down, loving it. They are right at home next to these giant pine trees. The bark pattern on their fur is very similar to the bark pattern on the pine trees. Are you all going to take a rest? Are you going to do rotating
Let's
watches?
do watches.
I'm gonna like collect sticks and stuff.
Okay, you collect sticks and stuff.
I'll go first for watch.
First watch, who's second watch? It actually really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You guys make it through the night without any issues. Who is last watch?
I'll do last watch.
Anchorage, you're doing last watch, and it's still like in the dark part of the morning, and you look up and you feel something cold and wet land on your head. Oh, what the fuck was that? You look up and it's snowing.
I wanna look closer. Is it very cloudy?
It is. Clouds are starting to set in on the sky above, dark snow clouds.
I wanna get a closer look at this snow.
You like run around trying to catch snowflakes. It seems like pretty normal snow to you, but you can make me a nature check or survival if you want.
It seems pretty normal.
This isn't like a crazy thing to happen in the Cadillac. Freak snowstorms are pretty common.
Probably means we do want to get in some sort of shelter, though. I'm gonna wake Tommund up. Tommund, this snow is kind of concerning me. I'm wondering if we might have some sort of snowstorm coming on.
Ooh, it's so cold.
Could you ask Sebastian to go look around and see if there are any houses that are like less
Haunted than the last one.
creepy than the last one?
Well, you are supposed to make it to Mornhall today.
Let's keep.
It's not exactly super close.
Am I still allowed to conjure my blade of fire
Yeah, absolutely.
for warmth? Can at least do that.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You like wake up and you're like, damn, it's fucking
Damn, it's cold.
What happened? And you look around and there's already like an inch of snow starting to build up around you and on top of you.
Hell no.
You're like, oh, fuck, no. You cast your green flame blade, and the snow amount around you immediately just starts melting away. That's way better.
Oh, I'm like, Kristoff, look! And then throw him into the snow.
You, like, throw him up in the air. Do you catch him?
No, into the snow. Be like, look, feel this!
You just, like, drop it. He, like, all, like, sinks into his shell and just kind of, like, hits the ground as a little shell.
Isn't that cool?
And he, like, pokes out his little leg, and he, like, touches the snow, and he, like, pulls it back in real quick because it's cold. He pokes his little eyes out, and he's looking around watching the snow fall. And I think that's where we're going to end the session. This was super fun, guys. Great session. You were able to make it out of the Maldread house, and you were so close to the Morin Hall. And maybe being able to save Bellamy and some of the other creatures. But really, who knows what's in store next? But you've got a pretty powerful team, I'd say. Not to be trifled with. And the names of that great team that's been here with me today, recording this 5th edition D&D podcast. So over here we've got
Anchorage,
Eris,
Wendy.
Tommund Jerry.
I just love you guys. Thank you so much for listening. We will see you next episode.